And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
It's difficult for me to speak about a political game because I'm posting this onto the intranet, and people there, as they are anywhere, are very touchy about politics, and that's true. I've played games that were very much a slam on one party or other. Some people are more easily lampooned, I suppose, than others. But spin the issues is, initially on the onset, it's another one of those games that makes fun of, well, everyone. Think Mad Magazine, they make fun of everyone. But this does it almost in a serious way of making fun. In a sense that we're saying, yes, the politicians spin the issues. They do. What are you going to do? That's how you get elected. You spin the issues, you don't actually answer them. And to be honest, that is what most major politicians do from the major political parties, is they simply spin things, and nothing ever seems to, I want to know what you really think, and they're very afraid to say that. And so this game is kind of educational in that sense, and the people who made it told me that they're going to come out with another game, and then a third game that actually shows how to solve issues. So I'm interested to see how that works. But let's take a look at this one first. First thing you want to notice is the fact that the cards are really nicely cut and they have rounded corners. Okay, you say that's not a big deal. Actually, it is nice to have rounded corners. It costs more to produce. But there are three kinds of cards in a deck: red, white, and blue. Go figure. There are white spin cards, which show, this one says media bias and redefining the terms. Or partisanship. These are arguments that you are using, trying to spin the issue. The vast right-wing conspiracy. Environmentalists. Spread the wealth, plausible deniability, and so there's lots of different ones in here. Hope and change. So there's different cards that you can play. It's Bush's fault. These are spin cards. Then there are issue cards. Here, for example, is one of the issues, the weakening dollar. If you don't spin the issue at all, you'll lose 2 points. But if you can play hope and change on the weakening dollar, you'll get 3 points. If you can play vast right-wing conspiracy, you'll get 2. If you play redefining the terms, you'll get 1. And so you see there's different kinds of issues in the game. Election fraud, illegal immigration, tax increases, bank bailout, same-sex marriage, cap and trade, Social Security, all the big issues, the czars, the Delta smelt, all the big issues that come up, or even ones that maybe aren't quite so big, that come up in the election. And then the final kind of card are basically special cards. And these are media cards, they're called, and you can play them at different times to do something special. Audacity, take another turn after someone else, a press conference, etc. So, you have a hand of cards, and on your turn, you draw the top card. If it's an issue card, then everyone has to deal with that issue card. Starting with you, if you can spin it, so let's say, for example, I say, aha, I have media bias in my hand. I stick the 2 cards like this. I get 2 points, and I put this card in front of me. And gives me 2 points. If I don't have any of the 3 cards that work with it, I pass it around the table until someone does. If no one can do it, then I must put this card in front of me where the unspun value is worth -1 point. After I deal with whatever card comes up, if it's a media card or a spin card, I simply take it in my hand. Then I can do my own thing. I can play issues on my own. I can play spin cards and issues that are already in front of me on the table, or I can play media cards. And we keep going. When the deck has been depleted completely, then we look at all the issues in front of all the players and add and subtract points, and whoever has the most points is the one who has spun the best, and they are the winner. It's fairly okay. I mean, it's nothing that's going to light anyone's world on fire. It's pretty simple. You play cards, you try to spin them. And I mean, if you could get into it by lampooning and making fun of the political people that you like to make fun of, and I'm sure that certain, groups will have some kind of groupthink, and maybe they'll become the blows over the game. I doubt it. Instead, you'll probably end up mocking either the Democrats or the Republicans. I thought the game was fair in the sense that it skewed them all mercilessly, in a sense, with its cards, but at the same time, accurately. Now that you can flame me for, but really, I think it did a good job. You can stand up and say one person is better than the rest, but if you step back and look at it, you'll see that most, and I won't say all, but most politicians do that, and that's what they That's what this game is good. So if anything, this game is educational. Like I said, I like the feel of the cards, and the gameplay is very smooth and easy and simple. But be that as it may, you're not going to find anything deep here at all. It's kind of like a casual thing, maybe something I would use in a government class to say, hey, is this what politicians really do? Let's play this game and see. So for educational purposes, I can see this having its uses. From Games by Gamers, I look forward to seeing their next games in the series to see what they do about this. I mean, it's all well and good to make fun of things, but do you offer solutions? That's what they said is coming. We shall see. But that's what we have for now today. Spin the issues.
Thanks for joining us today. For more written, audio, and video reviews, as well as the #1 board game podcast, check out the website at www.thedicetower.com. Until then, this is Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower.